How's it going, folks? This is Hector, half investor, half realtor. 100% of both, y'all. Anyway, I wanted to do this quick video because I noticed something I didn't like. So I'm coming out from a meeting with a client, and I noticed that they don't know what a realtor does, and that's not good. Now I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, if I'm speaking with these people that are close to me and they don't know what a realtor does, I'm doing a bad job. I want you to know what a realtor does, because it's gonna happen at some point where you're gonna be like, oh my god, I need a realtor. Overall objective of a realtor like me, because there's a lot of people out there, I cannot speak for them, but what I can do for you is protect you. Hector the Protector. Why do I say that? I'm gonna tell you a story. I was representing a buyer that wanted to buy a piece of land. I was doing the numbers. Obviously, my client wanted to offer X amount, and I told this person, hey, I'm gonna do the numbers for you. Why? Because I'm gonna protect your interests. I know what you want to offer, but let me see if it makes sense. This property was in the market for around $190,000. It was not worth $190,000. It was worth around $100,000. So just think about for a second. You have $90,000 extra just flying around behind your couch? No, I'm sure you don't. And if you do, you still need someone like me, because I want you to use those $90,000 on something else, man. We were negotiating the price. From $190, we brought it down to $110. Am I good or what? Obviously, this took a tremendous amount of effort to get it down. The seller decided not to sell it to my buyer. The seller decided to sell this property to someone else for sale by owner directly. He didn't want to pay a commission. That's fine, I respect that. He ended up selling the property for $110. In the process, I was dropping off letters to this seller. Somebody else calls me. I'm calling because you dropped off a letter saying that you have an offer for me. I'm like, wait, is this a new buyer? He's like, yeah, I just bought this property. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, how much do you want for your property? I knew, obviously, right off the bat, that he was gonna ask for more. He told me I want $189,000. I'm like, bruh, what? You want to make almost an $80,000 profit out of thin air? Did you know that the property doesn't have any permits for the building? He was like, no. I'm like, exactly. Why? Because you were not represented by a person like Hector. So that is the reason why I'm doing this video, guys. Obviously, I don't know this buyer. He didn't choose me. He didn't choose me to be his realtor. And I was not protecting his interests. But he paid X amount of money for a property that doesn't have permits. And now he wants to make almost an $80,000 profit out of literally nothing. And just so you know, we're gonna get a little bit more into the nitty gritty, but if you're gonna ask more for your property, there has to be some added value. Something like a new roof, a new AC, new flooring, new something. The guy just bought it a few days ago and he's asking $80,000 more. That tells me that obviously you gotta understand that maybe he didn't want to sell, but if he called me, he's like, yeah, actually I'm selling for a 180. Information is key, guys. I want to share a little bit of myself. I study every day this thing, and it's hard. Even for a person like me, think about the people that don't study this, or are not even in real estate, or they're not represented by a realtor. So it's very dangerous if you think about it. I spoke with this person from my sphere of influence, and this person was buying a condo. I'm selling a condo right now. It's a hairy process to buy a condo specifically. There's a big difference between a condo and a single family. And I'm not saying you shouldn't buy a condo. You just have to know what you're getting into. And this person in my sphere of influence was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a condo because this and that. I'm like, yo, have you considered all this stuff? Because there's time involved and knowledge and all that. It really depends. We can talk about that later, but I just want to share this with you because if you're gonna be on a transaction, on a real estate transaction by yourself, and you have never done this before, oh boy, you're gonna get into some hairy situation, and nobody has time for that. I want to share this with you because I want you to be protected when you do something like this. So if you're going through a situation right now, or someone that you know is going through this situation, talk to them about me. You know where to find me, and let's jump on a call and start talking about it. I've been in this industry for almost 5 years. I've seen a lot, and I've seen a lot of bad stuff. Don't hesitate on reaching out to me. Send me a quick message, and we can jump on a call and talk about what you're looking for. See you then.